Hey everybody, it's Pastor Fred here, and this coming Sunday, and that is November the 19th, we're going to be doing something that everyone loves to do, and that's talk about giving. And specifically, we're going to be collecting pledge cards. You might be like, what is a pledge card and why are we doing this? Every year we look at what we're going to be doing. We look at what the mission emphasis will be, and where we're going to be giving money, and really how much does it cost, for salaries and for the lights and the heat and all that good stuff. We kind of arrive at a number, and that's our budget. Similar to your home budget, and what you have that's a little different with your home budget is you usually have an income. So that's either what you got from work coming in, and you can be pretty sure in terms of what that is. So you take that and you look at what your expenses might be, and you kind of work out a budget that's gonna be doable for you and your family. So this is similar. We look at what is it going to take to run things here at church, to do mission, and I want us to really focus on that and not the numbers and all those other things, but to look at what we're looking to do, who we're looking to help during this coming year. And we got some exciting things with our vision and others that we're just really excited about. And so what this helps us to do is to take that budget and that number and to know what can our council members and all the other people who kind of do the financial stuff in the church, how can they just have a better idea of what they can expect and what they can count on, and that's going to help them know what they have to work with. So you're going to get this pledge card, and it looks like this, and it is a financial commitment to God's work is what it says. And so you're going to put down there that either a single person, or if you're in a family, we're going to give about this much per week, or you can do it per month. And then you're kind of putting down, this is my commitment. This is what you can count on me. Now, again, we know things happen, and we know it's difficult, and sometimes, like during the year, you may have to change that. You may have to modify it as situations change. So let us know that, and you can fill out another one of these. And this isn't the law. This isn't legal. No one's going to, come and shake you down for the amount that you did. But it's a way for us to kind of partner together and to covenant together and to say, hey, we're going to do this. We really feel strongly about God's call and His work. And a lot of this is based on the giving part of it is based on 2 Corinthians chapter 8. And that's really all about generosity. And Paul begins in 2 Corinthians 8 in verse 1. He says, "Now, brothers, we want you to know about the grace that God has given the Macedonian churches, that out of the most severe trial, their overflowing joy and their extreme poverty welled up in rich generosity." Paul says, "I testify that these folks, they gave as much as they were able, and even beyond their ability, entirely on their own. They urgently pleaded with us for the privilege of sharing in this service to the saints." They were doing like a collection for some people that were really hurting, and these people were kind of hurting themselves, and they're like and having a difficult time themselves, and so they're saying, no, we want in. We're going to do as much as we can, and we may even go beyond that. And it was entirely of their own. Nobody coerced them, and we're not trying to coerce anybody with this at all. What we want you to do is just think, okay, where does God want us to be? Does God want us to increase what we're giving? And can we do a little bit higher this year, or not? And that's really up to you, between you and the Lord, and we want to keep it that way. In fact, your pledge cards will be seen only by our financial secretary and people who do counting and things like that, who would normally have see your your financial statements anyway. But it's like no one who doesn't need to see it doesn't see it. So it's great, it's safe. I want you to know that and to trust that as well. And so these people just did some amazing things, and it was out of generosity. It wasn't something that they had to do. It wasn't like a requirement. It wasn't something that they checked off a list. It was something they said, well, God has richly blessed us. He gave us Jesus who died for us, and so we want to use what God has given to us to help. Now, biblically, there's something called the tithe, and you may have heard of tithing. And that's simply something that we read primarily in the Old Testament, and it's a call to give 10% of what we have been given. So I think 10% is an easy number to work with, but you may not be there, and that's okay. And so it's not about the numbers, it's about what's in your heart. It's about that generosity. I don't know of too many people who don't love to give and love to see other people be blessed and to see their lives change. And that's what really this is all about. I want you to approach this in that way. Not, oh man, what should I give, or what do I have to give? But think of it this way, like, what do I get to give? Because here's the thing, God has given us everything. So the only percentage that we really need to look at is not 10%, but it's 100%. To realize that God has given me 100% of everything. He's given me the time that I have, the ability to do things. He's also given me the money that I have, the talents that I have, all the awesome things. And it's more like, wow, how do I get to use those for His glory and so that people might know about Jesus and who He is? And so we're going to gather those this weekend. Let me grab this other card here. You also got an envelope that you can, if you weren't here last Sunday, we put these in your boxes, and anyone who wasn't here, we mailed them out to you. So you may have gotten one in the mail or in your box at church. So what we want you to do is this Sunday, put that in the offering. Actually, we're going to have a box up front. You're going to bring that up during the offering time. And if you're, if you can't make it here, and you have the envelope and the pledge card, just throw a stamp on there and mail it in. That is fine as well. So we're gonna pray about these this week, and really, I want this to be a sign to the world around us that we are all in, and that we're not about holding on to what we have, but we're about giving everything that we have to the Lord. All right. So hope to see you on Sunday, and just be praying about how God will use all of us together to change the lives of the people in the Malvern, PA area and even beyond. All right, take care. We'll see you then.